ListGlobally and Windermere Real Estate Partnership webinar. My name is Byron Burley. We're just going to get started in a minute, just in case anybody's straggling. Just give us 2 seconds and we'll get started. Thanks for joining. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get started. As mentioned, this is the ListGlobally and Windermere Real Estate Partnership webinar for international syndication and the Global Agent Program. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Byron Burley. I am the President of North America and Oceania for ListGlobally. I lead operations, sales, and partnerships in North America, Asia, and the Asia Pacific, Australia Pacific regions. Prior to being with ListGlobally, I was the former head of North America for Juwai, China's leading international property portal. So it's my pleasure to be with you here today. About ListGlobally, if you're not familiar with who we are, we were founded in 2012. We're a one-stop global syndication partner. So we run the largest global network of property portals in the world. And we've partnered with key real estate portals in countries around the world to provide them with international listings. So we work with the largest global portals in most major countries, and we provide them with international content for their local consumers to consider when they're buying. Our theory is that if let's look at the United States. If a consumer is going to go to realtor.com or to go to Zillow to look for local listings, the idea is if we were providing international listings on those channels, that if a US consumer was looking to purchase internationally, they would go to Zillow or realtor.com to look for international listings because they know they're there. So in that vein, we work with groups like Angica and Selage, other portals around the world that are very popular in their local countries, and we provide them with international content. So we have portals in over 60 countries. We have about 100 portals in our network in total, and we reach about 150 million consumers monthly across all of these different portals. Why is international marketing relevant to your business? Being in the United States, it's fairly obvious, but foreign buyers represent about $74 billion of US real estate property sales, residential real estate property sales on an annual basis. Some years are higher than others. I'm sure that COVID had its hit, but nonetheless, foreign buyers represent a very large portion of the buyer market looking at properties in the United States. 75% of all inquiries for US properties came from China, Canada, Mexico, France, and India. So from our end at ListGlobally, we look at data, of course, where are consumers looking from and what are they looking at? And in the case of US properties, 75% of all consumers from around the world come from those 5 countries. 2020 caused consumers to pivot from being reactive to adapting their mindset when it comes to real estate, and it's just to position real estate as a solid investment. So as the markets start to open up with everyone getting their vaccinations, those that are, it's expected that real estate is going to boom again with international buyers. In many markets in the US, Canada, and elsewhere, the local real estate markets have been crazy during COVID. There aren't enough properties to sell. So once those, don't want to say the floodgates, but once the borders start opening, we should see a large increase of international interest again to start investing in more real estate. Why are foreign buyers purchasing real estate? So this question comes up quite often. There are a million different reasons, it's a menu, but there are common themes. So some people are immigrating and they're looking for a primary residence. Others are investing and they're looking for additional income properties. There's vacation properties, of course, immigration purposes, and education. So a parent that's sending their child overseas for school. These are the 5 key reasons. I'm sure there's a million others, but these are the most predominant ones that we see. When it comes to Windermere Real Estate and ListGlobally, our partnership, We are. It's quite interesting, and it's a great relationship. We currently have a data feed coming from Windermere that provides us with all Windermere real estate listings, so all active for sale and rental listings, and we are publishing those on a complementary network of 37 portals in 36 countries. So your listings are automatically getting some free exposure through this relationship with ListGlobally. Every single agent that has active listings has a ListGlobally account with your listings in there being published. All leads that are generated from your published listings are being sent to you directly via your email that we have in the account. If you don't already have access to your My ListGlobally dashboard to view your listings, I'm going to tell you how you get access to that in the next couple slides. So every single listing that's for sale or rental that's active right now is being published for free on these 37 portals in 36 countries. Every agent with active listings will have a ListGlobally dashboard. And if you don't have active listings right now, but in let's say a month from now you have an active listing, our system will automatically recognize that you are a new agent user, and it will create an account for you, and an email will automatically go out to you to give you access to your account. So it's all set up and integrated automatically. We've been doing the work, so it's ready to go. And your listings, if you have active listings, are already being published. And then the final portion is that there's more exposure and options for listing enhancements should you want to participate in those. We have a great program called Global Agent that we're going to get into in this program. So talking about what's for free, the Properstar basic network is an international network that we at ListGlobally own and operate. It consists of 37 portals in 36 countries. We reach about 14.5 million consumers monthly. All listings that we receive, so all of your active listings, are translated into 30 different languages so that consumers in Bulgaria are able to read your listing in Bulgarian. We want to take away as many of the roadblocks, or we'll say roadblocks, that may limit the consumer from inquiring to a listing. So if they're coming to if they're looking at a local portal for local content and they happen to see listings in Bulgarian, we want to make sure that if they're looking at international listings as well, they're looking at listings in Bulgarian and they can inquire. We do get asked about, well, what happens? I'm a US agent and I speak English, and only English. What happens if I have a consumer from Russia or Germany or elsewhere that are inquiring to my listing? We generally don't have issues with that. Most consumers that are looking for overseas properties speak some English or have access to a friend or family member that speaks English. The one market that is posed, not problems, but that we've accounted for is China. There are cases where a Chinese parent that doesn't speak any English at all is looking to send their child overseas for school, and they're looking at properties in Seattle or Portland or Vancouver or elsewhere. What we've done in that case is we've set up a Chinese concierge. So when a Chinese consumer lead inquires, if the lead is written in simplified Chinese, so it's not in English, our consumer concierge will then go in, translate that lead request, send it over to you to your email. You'll then get it in English, and you can respond. If you include our concierge back on that response, it'll then be translated back into simplified Chinese, and our team will work as a conduit, a translation conduit for that market. Other markets, we haven't had as much of a problem. There's generally somebody that speaks English, or the consumer has someone that speaks English. So that answers that. But all of your listings will be translated for you automatically. I should note also that in your dashboard, you have access to view all those translations. And if you happen to speak a language better than the system has translated it, you are welcome to go in and edit that translation, and it will appear as you have worded that translation. And then last in your dashboard, or through the international syndication for the free program, you have access to listing promotion tools, which we'll get into. So your My ListGlobally dashboard. So if you have active listings right now, they're already being published. You should have already received an email from ListGlobally giving you access to your account. If you have not received that email, I'll get in the next couple of slides how you can contact us and we can make sure you have access to your account. But you do have an account if you have active listings. So let's assume you're in. Okay, so you're in your My ListGlobally dashboard. On the right-hand side here is an image of the publication report under that dashboard. When you've logged in, of course, you have your profile photo in the top right corner. And if you click on that, you can get into some of your settings and your security for passwords and all of that. In the top, you then have your listings, your inbox, where it's a repository of leads that you've received. You will have received notifications to your email, but if you're just looking at historicals, you can go up there and you can click on inbox and it'll have every lead you've received for your listings. The reports tab shows number of views and number of leads. It's not incredibly robust because a number of the portals in our network don't have really advanced capabilities with reporting. We're working on that with them, but it's a process. And then there's the store up there, which is where you access listing promotion tools like the Global Agent Program. So in your My List Globally dashboard, you have the ability to share your listing. So it's a share listing tool. So you can sign in, click on your listing, and you have the ability to send the publication report, this page here that you can see with all those the logos, to your property seller or whoever you want to send it to whoever you want to. And they can click on the individual portal icons to view the listing as it's being published on that portal right now. You have the editable listing translations, as I've mentioned. So if you click on a listing and then you go on the subheading there, translations, you can then edit any translation in any language that you wish. There's account traffic reporting I mentioned. Rejected listing status. So in some cases, different portals around the world require certain information in order to get published. We've done a pretty good job already of mapping all of the information we've received directly from Windermere so that as we receive it, it then goes up to the portal. But there, an example is there's a portal in Italy and there's a portal in Austria that require the number of rooms. So the total number of rooms in a home in order for a listing to be published. We don't write that information down in the US. We have number of bedrooms, number of bathrooms. We don't put down the total number of rooms. So we generally use a workaround to solve that problem so that the listings can get published. So if you're experiencing a problem with where you have a listing and it's showing that it's not being published on all of the portals, there's a section that allows you to check rejected listing status, and we can see why, and then we can see if we can work around it and find a solve. The last thing is the store listing promotion tools, which again is in the top menu. You click on that and you can access some of the promotion tools, which I'm going to get into. So more exposure and more options, good timing. So global exposure for your listings. So right now your listings for free are being published on 37 portals in 36 countries. There's no cost whatsoever to anybody. They're automatically being published. Any leads generated are automatically being sent to you, no cost. Should you wish to access our full global network of about 100 portals in 60 countries, that is available to you through a program called Global Agent. It is only available, Global Agent is only available for agents that are with franchises or brands that we have partnerships with. So it's an exclusive program. If an agent was coming to List Globally outside of a partnership and they wanted to publish one listing across our full network, it would cost them $150. With the Global Agent program, which I'm going to get into, we take all of the listings in your account. So we don't care if you have 2 listings or 30 listings. We take all of the listings, we publish them automatically on our full network. We elevate their listing placement so it's higher in search results. Your photo goes on your listing, and there's a few other tidbits in there, but it's for $30 flat. Regardless of how many listings you have, it's $30. It's a month-to-month promotion, so there's no commitment. You can cancel anytime. It's a great program. We've drilled the cost down tremendously, and we've worked in a number of the portals in the network require payment, and we've worked with them to really drive down the cost to make sure that it's super affordable, so that you as an agent have a differentiator tool. Of course, you use international exposure for your current listings and to get consumers to inquire to them. But then it's also a really great marketing tool if you're looking to get new listings. You're setting yourself apart. So not only are you going to put your local seller's property on Zillow and the local MLS, but you're also going to publish them on 100 portals around the world. That's what's going to sell them and get you that listing in the first place. So we want to help with that as well. So for $30, we hope that we've done the best we can, because we've tried. So more exposure for your listings. So getting global exposure for your listings, access to millions of international buyers monthly. In our free network of 37 portals, we reach 14.5 million consumers a month. On our full global network, we reach about 150 million consumers a month. So it's a much larger audience. There's discounted syndication rates, of course, because we've driven down the price. And then, of course, customizable products to suit your business. So how do you access your My List Globally account? If you're watching right now and you have active listings, you would have received an email from List Globally when we set the accounts up a while ago. So you can check your inbox and look for an email from List Globally. If you haven't received that, that's no problem. At the very bottom of this page, you can see that you can contact us at support@listglobally.com. You're welcome to contact us anytime about anything at that email. But if you need access to your account, we can help you. So support@listglobally.com. If you are watching this as a recording, again, the same applies. Contact us at support@listglobally.com. And if you have active listings, we will get you in. And if you don't have active listings, we'll tell you that when you do, we'll happily get you in. The Global Agent Program. So this is, I hit on it a little bit, but now we'll get into the details. So this is the upgrade program that's available to all Windermere agents who have active listings. So what is the Global Agent Program? It's an elevated listing placement tool that takes your listings and not only takes them from the 37 portals that we have them on now, but it expands them to our full network of 100 portals in 60 different countries. And we elevate the listing placement so that you're not under, we're a portal. So of course, consumers look at the listings they see first, and through the Global Agent Program, your listings are elevated up in placement so that they're seen ahead of all the other content that we have online. And we publish about 2 million listings from around the world. So, the higher, the better. And this program does that for you. So access to top portals. So you're not gonna be familiar with some of these, but that's why we're here. Some of the portals that are in our network that are really mentionable are Anjico.com and Fang.com. They're the #1 and #2 highest traffic portals in China. We've got about 20 million consumers a month each. Immobilier IT is Italy's top trafficked real estate portal. Selloj.com is France's top traffic portal. They've got about 17 million consumers a month. And 99 Acres is India's top trafficked portal. So as a whole, we're reaching about 150 million consumers monthly. And we track that number pretty closely. So it's a large audience. Elevated listing placement. So inside your Global Agent Program, the Global Agent Program, $30, all your listings get elevated and go across the full network. You then get given an additional promotional tool called an Elite Listing Credit. Outside of Global Agent, the Elite Listing Credit is a separate product completely, and we charge $49 per listing per month for that tool. It's included in the Global Agent Program. You have one of them, and you're able to use it as a, for lack of a better word, we'll call it a slot. So you have this promotion tool and you can pick and choose what listing you want to put it on. If you want to change it, you're welcome to change it any number of times you want to. You just go into your account and you just change the promotion over, but it's included in the $30. So it's the Global Agent Program is a really good program. We have thousands of agents in Europe, and we've got a number of agents in North America that are using the program. They're with different brands, so I won't mention them because they don't matter today. You matter. So that's it though. So elevated listing placement with your free Elite listing promotion. And then there's marketing resources. So we have downloadable flyers that you can use for your listing presentation. You of course have your share listing, your share report that you can send to show your consumer. So you can say, told you I was going to market your property in 100 portals in 60 countries, and I've done that. Here's access this report through this link, and you can access all of those published listings through this report. It's a really great tool. We have a really high usage of that tool by agents in our system. So it's super helpful. So we'll go through these again. So accessing List Globally's full network of portals, 100 portals in 60 countries through the Global Agent Program. I've mentioned the top portals there. Of course, the translations still happen for all your listings. The China Concierge is there, of course, because your listings will be published in China, and the leads that come through, if you need help with the communication, we're there to help with that. Elevating your listing so that your listing moves up in search results. Your photo gets put on your listing in search results. It's an added hello instead of just seeing the property listing, you see the agent, you see the representing agent's photo as well. There's no manual uploading. We receive all this information directly from Windermere, so we've got it, and it's already in your account. Again, your picture on your listing, you stand out from the crowd and increases visibility. The marketing resources, you have your listing presentation flyers there that you can pull out. We have contact details for you that will be put on the flyer automatically. If you need to update those, we pull the information from the Windermere system, but our team can help with coordination to update contact details if that is needed. But it'll all pull from what we are receiving in the feed currently. So how you utilize these marketing tools? Of course, you can obviously let your existing clients know that they're being published on 37 portals in 36 countries for free, and that they're reaching 14.5 million consumers. If you're looking to access the Global Agent Program, then more is available to you, and of course, you have a wider network to tout that you are marketing your customers' listings on. Again, the Global Agent pricing, it's $30 per month. That includes all listings in your account that are active. All listings are elevated. All listings will have your photo on it. You get the free elite listing credit at no cost that you can pick and choose where you want to use it. You can move it any number of times you want. And I didn't even mention what the elite listing credit does. It is a listing placement tool. So when you apply it to a listing, your listing is then moved up to the top of placement in that market. So it moves everything up right to the top ahead of everything else. Being a savvy agent, you go into the account once in a while and you move that credit over, move the listing up to the top. You let your client know, I moved your listing up to the top of all placement on these sites, and you're on 100 portals, and you give them that added reassurance that you're doing everything you possibly can for them, and then move that credit over to another listing and do the same thing. Move it up, keep it there for a little bit, get some traction, move it over, and carry on. Again, the Global Agent Program has no commitment. So it's a month-to-month program. You can cancel anytime. We're doing a special promotion because we're just launching with your team at Windermere. So if you sign up for Global Agent by the end of June, you'll receive your second month completely free. So you'll get 2 months for $30. After the second month, of course, it would go back to $30 a month. But we've really done our best to decrease the pricing as low as possible. We've put a lot of effort into it. So we hope that you take advantage of the program. It's really great. So how do you sign up to be a global agent? There's a couple ways. So if you're watching the webinar today, you'll receive emails after this webinar to get you access to participate in the Global Agent Program. And we'll also, of course, mention that the month is free. The second month is free. From our team at ListGlobally, if you've registered for the webinar, we have your contact details. Obviously, you'll be contacted by Lyndon from our team, who's heading up our kind of sales connection with Windermere. So Lyndon will reach out to you, and you can also reach out to Lyndon directly at his email there, lyndon.abade@listglobally.com, and he will help get you set up, and we will get you your second month free. If you're watching this webinar after as a recording, that's okay as well. You can either contact Lyndon or you can contact our support at listglobally.com, and either way, we'll get you set up. That's what we're here for. Outside of that, that's the end of the general presentation. We've got questions, of course, before we get to any questions, and I'll watch for those. In the event that you have any questions after this presentation, support@listglobally.com is where you go. If you're having an issue with viewing your listing or accessing your account, or there's an issue with something that's presented on your listing, we're here to help. Okay, we have a very great connection with the marketing team at Windermere, and we are happy to solve problems. So bring them our way, and we'll get into them. I will, with that said, that's ListGlobally. That's the Global Agent Program. We look forward to helping you and to connecting with you and to getting your listings published even further. So with that, if there are any questions at all, I'd happily take them. And if not, that's okay too. And we look forward to connecting later. So I think that's it then. Thank you very much for your time, everyone. Have a great day, and we'll end it here.